copies of the handout only. Just pass it.
No, the issues are not.
No, not yet. Yeah, you have to share this.
Thank you very much for having the patience for this. I'm sorry about what happened, but I had gone into sacred space with Professor Modi's lecture and forgot that the computer has its own laws in the very mundane field. If something has to go wrong, it can possibly. Anyway, already a lot has been said about inner space, so I really don't need to explain. This is the Kumbh Mela, and when Chandana ji sent me the programs for this seminar and the one at Delphi's, I was immediately attracted to the titles about cyclical time and sacred space, and I took this framing sacred space from your Elkins set of programs, because I was myself very a little worried, a little bothered about Eliot's kind of demarcating sacred and the profane so very dramatically, so drastically. Perhaps if he had been in this day and age when we are talking about results of TM, etc., maybe his demarcation wouldn't have been so rigid. The framing of sacred space for the Hindu is, or for the Indian, I would say, is closely related to the idea of the self, and because of his holistic worldview, the cyclical time and this cosmic view, which recognizes an interrelatedness of all phenomena, which came up in the last two papers as well. So I'll go through this a little fast. I already wasted some time. So the modern Indian, he was saying, he has also juxtaposed two separate things, identities as modern man and religious man. So both these things were bothering me, as if they are like total opposite poles. So I found that lots of modern people are able to recognize this need to relate to an existential dimension of the human being, and by creating such a space in private, for display is not acceptable. But of course now you find all over the world thousands Hindu temples and the diasporic Indians having created a very formal sacred space as well as whatever they may be having in their homes. And so there are many levels of this seeking. This also enables the modern man, because of the various levels as to how much you want to go into it, and to each his own. That's another reason why it's possible for the modern man to accept some kind of need, or to accept some kind of framing of a sacred space, a sacred zone of a time, which are interrelated. So in India, of course, it can be just a mela. Again, I was initially going to emphasize the puja and the pilgrimage, two things, tirtha and worship. But then fairs and festivals also came up, so I combined all of them. So it could be, again I was impressed by the variety of things, the levels where you can relate to the sacred space. For the common man, there's the mela, the festival, the recurrence of the festival, bringing the supper time and again. And then for the individual person, it could be the puja in his own meditation room. So two reasons are there in India. Within India, it's very easy to sort of jump into sacred space the moment you feel the need of it, because not only are there these daily rituals, they are all the time fostering a connection with natural order. And the second other important thing is there's this deep connection with mythology. So all the time, whether conversationally or even with every festival, with every fair pilgrimage, etc., there's some kind of mythology, mythological associations. So while the common man goes there, the common man knows about, the mythology is not yet dead, knows about each and every story. Oh, Arjuna must have come here, this is where Krishna had given this stone, that is the place where Sai Baba, even the new gods that are coming up, he sat on this stone, things like that. So the sacred space of pilgrimage festivals in this one not only transcends time in this way. So you are also spatially connected with this mythical space. And each can do it in his own way. You see signs of it all over India, morning ablutions, or during, it's under the tree somewhere, or in every business house you will see a garment selling, this is a garment selling or a restaurant where you can see that they have their own little niche when can momentarily delve into if they need to, or maybe it is not always sacred, it's just a ritual, but they have it if they need to. So the modern Hindu or modern Indian is able to switch between the so-called secular, and not calling it profane anymore, sacred and secular. And it's peculiar of the devotee-devotee relationship because in India, this is a quote from Betty Hyman, the devotee has this, he or she can force a reaction from the god. And this is the Lal Bagh Ka Raja, the recent Ganesh festival, some shots from there, where thousands and thousands of people will, come, and they have their wish fulfillment things, and the kind of thanksgiving that comes is like amounts to 6 crores in cash and equal amount in jewelry, because people have this belief that yes, this space created annually at this point of time in this exact place is able to deliver a certain kind of mental peace. So it just happens all over, and there are thousands and thousands of people. You can see line, you can traffic standstill and everything. Even Salman Khan and Katrina Kaif were not Muslims. They value the space so much. They will come. They will definitely visit. Media blows it up, so it gets bigger and bigger every year. So major religious festivals and fairs are, since they are related to the concept of Tirtha, we must understand what Tirtha means. So we find that water bodies are very important, and the reason why water, of course, Agni is also very important, but we will stick to water because it's closely related to the idea of Tirtha festivals. So this is the Sangam, same Allahabad where the Kumbh Mela is held. Now, because water is in many ways, I'll skip through these things since you all would know this. The Tirtha was first meant, the first word connotation was that of a ford where it's easy to cross the rivers, cross the river, even by foot if possible. So this crossing over is the crucial part. You cross over from one zone to another, from one mental field to another, one level, and you cross over on foot is preferable because first-hand knowledge, the rivers has been always equated with knowledge, flow of knowledge. So first-hand knowledge is very important. So first we recognize them as primary elements. Then of course the second reason is what I was just talking about. Vak, or knowledge of the goddess Saraswati, has been likened to it is the name of a river. So knowledge has always to be flowing. Language, it has a flowing nature, it keeps changing, and so true dharma always needs to be searched and evolved. It's an eternal search for an eternal perfection. Tirtha waters are also pure because it's believed it's on the banks of these rivers that over the years our Upanishads have been evolved. This causes the fairs in the Kumbh Mela, all the akhadas come, all the sadhus come, and they will have discourses on various philosophical issues, and debate and discourse is very much part of it. And so in the larger context, things are re-evaluated. So in